What's up, everybody? I got some newsy stuff to catch up on. We got to talk about the Incursion compensation, if you want to call it that. Really, the spenders are the only ones winning. We're going to discuss that. We're going to talk about the Gear Tier 18 stat jumps that the Marvel Strike Force YouTube channel just displayed. And then we're going to talk about the plans for the Nova Trial videos, because I know a lot of you expect big things from those videos. And unfortunately, I got some bad news. It's not like I'm not doing it, but it's just a little bit of delay there. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is going to be our only salty video, okay? For the rest of the month. We'll wait until next month. We'll try and keep it to one salty video per month, and we'll try and keep it as upbeat as possible. All right, enjoy the video, guys. All right, let's start this video off with the saltiest portion of the video, and that's going to be the Incursion compensation. What more can you say about this compensation? It looks great. These are Gear Tier 17 pieces, right? I believe so. That's great. They're skill, whatever. We need them for the raid, fine. This is 40 teal gear raid orbs, kind of whatever at this point, right? And then the elite orange orbs, that is absolutely whatever. So why did we get that, right? We got that because when the patch hit, there was a bug where if you did not have the 5 stars on your entire invader team, you were still able to go into this campaign and beat every single node. There is 1.8 million ISO 5 on this. 1.8 million. That is a full character. That gets you a full character closer to Big Boy Apocalypse. That's huge. It's also a giant stat boost to a character. So what happened is a lot of players were able to get in there and get 1.8 million. The developer's response is to give us those teal gear. And if we look, we have 20 here, 20 here, 20 here. So there's how many nodes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's oh, and this one has double. Does anyone else have double? So that'd be 10 at 20 apiece. So we got the exact same amount of Gear Tier 17 as people that were able to get on during the bug time and complete all the nodes, but they also got all the teal gear, all the orange, and that ISO 5. I can't get over how stupid that is. So the compensation is bad. That's really, really bad. But they went a level further to make it even stupider, where they're now rerunning this event for people with the 5-star invader team. Look, I'm happy that the players who spend get some free stuff. That's fine. They're now getting 3.6 million total. I know of 3 people that this mistake is getting them the Big Boy Apocalypse. Where the problem comes in is this was the exact mirror of a different issue that happened before, the Jane Mighty Thor monthly event, where they screwed up, and to fix the screw up, they gave every single player all the rewards, and then they reran the event. That is what they needed to do. They needed to isolate the players that took advantage of the bug. Don't give them any extra. People who didn't take advantage, you need to give them everything, not just the teal gear, and then rerun it for the spenders so that their money is still worth it. They still get the Big Boy Apocalypse faster, but everyone else does. Everyone's happy then. Now, the spenders are happy. I'm happy. Look, I'm not trying to rip on the spenders or say they shouldn't get this. They should, because the bug devalued their investment in the game. Fine. But in these games, you have to understand the developers have a calendar on how many resources they want in the economy at a given time. So in giving these extra ISO 5s to the spenders, later down the road, they have to squeeze some ISO 5 out of the game. That affects everybody. So now the people that were on for the bug, they get closer to the Big Boy Apocalypse. They're unaffected. The spenders, they get double. They'll get squeezed. So that both those people get squeezed. People like me, people like a lot of you who did not take advantage of the bug because you cannot be on at exactly when patch hits because you have a family, you have a job, you have whatever the case may be, you get nothing, and you will be penalized later when they squeeze the economy. I think this was the stupidest L they could have possibly taken. I'm embarrassed for them that this is the smooth brain approach they decided to take. I let them know, if you were on Twitch watching me when I found out this news, I read to you what I wrote to them, and I hit enter on that. Trust me, it was not pretty. All right, let's move on to talk about the Gear Tier 18 stuff, because that's what everyone is kind of talking about now. This is old news, but I wanted to get out my feelings on it because it's been brought up quite a bit to me. Let me know how you guys are feeling about this situation in the comment section below as well. If we get one comment shines above and everyone slaps a thumbs up on that, I can send that to the developers for feedback. 20%. Damage jump, 20%. Armor, 20%. Everything's going up 20%. So that is that a bigger jump than Gear Tier 14 is? I think it is. This might be the biggest stat jump we've ever had from Gear Tier. And it makes sense in one respect because there's no level increase to go along with this, right? This is just, we're just going to equip the gear and it is what it is. Oh my God, Nova coming in. Nova comes in at 82,000 at 5 red stars, but you know we're going to be able to get his 6th and 7th red star. That's going to be so much damage. That is not an ISO 5, that's an ISO 3. This is crazy. This is going to change the way so many matchups work. So they're all strikers at least, so we're not getting skewed data that way, but ISO 3 is not the thing now. ISO 5 is going to be what a lot of these characters have. Red Hulk will have ISO 5. He won't be a striker though. So what do you get from striker? Like 10% damage, but ISO 5 you get 20% damage on top of that. So this is going to be like 10% higher. Or this part's 10% higher. However they do that calculation, that damage is going to be so different. So this was pointed out in the Discord that a lot of people cheese enemy Red Hulks when they have to do these crazy punch-ups by putting Doom adjacent and letting the Red Hulk push Doom. This Red Hulk's gonna kill your Doom, all right? A 7 red star Red Hulk already, if he crits twice, will one-shot an equal leveled 5 red star Doom. Now, no one's putting extra red stars on their Doom right now because the Dark Promotion credit's too steep. At Gear Tier 18, this is gonna nullify that counter for a lot of people in the community. Not sure how I feel about that because the way the free-to-play / dolphins, baby spinners, whatever you want to call them, a lot of the ways they compete is by being clever. If you take the cleverness out of it, oh my God, Quicksilver 72,000. If you take the cleverness out of the game, it no longer becomes a hero collector strategy game. It just becomes a hero collector, how much did you spend game? And that's kind of sucky. I don't like that at all. Mighty Thor, or Thor, Infinity Watch, whatever. Whoa! 100,000 damage. Holy shit. And he's not even ISO 5. Slap another 20% on that. He's going to be demolishing people. Oh my God. That's crazy. I don't feel good about this. I don't feel good about it. Let's go in game right now and let's kind of look at where we've been getting our Gear Tier 17 from, because it is going to be slightly similar. Now, a couple things. This is the highest difficulty of Doom 3. So at the highest difficulty, which not everybody does, and is not what we're going to start with on the Incursion raids, we're getting 5 orbs a day. And we're getting an additional 3 from Gamma. So when they open up Beta and Alpha, we'll be getting 3 from them. So you're getting 8 a day. They drop 2 apiece. I believe they drop 2 apiece. Which means on 8 orbs, you're getting 16. Let me just verify that they do drop 2 apiece. I think so. I think I'm not crazy. There's nothing on the sides, right? No. 2. And then that's Gear Tier 16. So yeah, they drop 2 apiece. So that's 16 pieces. If we go and we look at a character, I actually have a piece I need to equip right now anyway. 40 pieces are total are needed. So at 16 a day. After 3 days, if we get the exact right pieces, which obviously never happens, we get a very wide-ranging variety. There's no guarantee that in this new raid orb, they're going to have it be 2 pieces. Maybe it'll be 1 piece. Maybe we're not going to need 20 per thing. Maybe we're going to need 18. There's a mosquito, and I'm just going to keep trying to catch it, guys. I'm sorry about that. So there's a lot we don't know about this, but if it is comparable, I got it. If it is comparable with how Gear Tier 17 has been, then that's not terrible pacing to get into Dark Dimension. Getting into Big Boy Apocalypse, getting into those sagas was much more difficult because they forced us to use 10 mutants. So getting into Dark Dimension wouldn't be that bad at that pacing. What worries me is that they nerf the amounts of Gear 17 that we're getting. They nerf that and they lean more heavily into these leaderboards, right? These leaderboards are always a way to be concerned, especially because they start. Why does it keep refreshing? The difference between the spenders and the non-spenders is sometimes getting nothing as a non-spender. So if we look here, the top 1% is getting ISO 5. 2 to 100% of the player base, the 2 to 100% player bracket gets no ISO 5. They could do the same thing with gear tier 18, and then you are a spender if you're in the top 1%, or you're super diligent, and even then everyone can tie, and then you're at the mercy of your PID. Okay. So if that is going to be the case, I would be very, very concerned about this because of the immense stat jump that's going to happen. But further to the point, it's also going to just widen the divide immensely between the Krakens and the whales and the Dolphins free to play. So we just talked about Dolphins free to play. Top 1%, that's Dolphin territory. And then everybody else is like guppy free to play kind of thing. So let's just look at the top two. Let's talk top 100. That would be your Krakens. They're getting 3 million. That's about 2 times more than what their whale friends will be getting. So if this would be a full character difference to ISO 5. So if that's a full character to Gear Tier 18, that's a full meta key character that's going to get 20% more stats than their whale counterparts in the 100 to 250. And then that's the exact same calculation from 1 250 to 1 to 2% in this particular leaderboard event, which again is the difference between a full character to ISO 5. So if they do the exact sort of conversion, the same kind of value in these leaderboards, you're going to have a giant discrepancy in power between the Krakens, the whales, the Dolphins free to play, to the point where strategy is going to matter a lot less in a hero collector strategy game. I'm not super pumped on this. I think 10% would have been way more realistic. I get that there needs to be a selling point to it too, right? Because they don't want whales and Krakens to be like, okay, I got my character for Dark Dimension 6, I'm done. I'm not going to whale out anymore. They want you to keep going, so you keep getting that 20% stat boost on all your characters. I think 10% would have been way more than enough. I think this is egregious. I think this is going to push a lot of players away once they start facing their first Gear Tier 18 Red Hulks, Apocalypses, whatever in war. It's going to be very ugly, very gross, and I'm not super excited about that at all. Definitely something to be worried about. Let me know what you guys are thinking on that. Let's go talk something happy. Yeah. So the Nova trials start tomorrow, all right? I'm very excited for this, and I should have been keeping better track of the dates because I had no idea it was coming. Tomorrow also happens to be the birthday of my firstborn. And so I'll be spending most of the time with him. He does go to bed around 8 o'clock. So I'll be on streaming the trial as well as playing with a bunch of Scourges and kind of formulating ideas and strategies for this. Because we didn't get a playtest for this, which is fine. I don't need a playtest. That's a stupid theory, the conspiratorial theory. Anyway, so because the time is going to be a little bit limited and I am like on dad duty on Thursdays, Fridays, and on the weekend, the videos are going to kind of come out staggered. It's not going to be a big dump like it was for the Death Seed, unfortunately. So in the comment section below, I'm going to make a bunch of comments and you tell me which section you prefer me to prioritize first. And just do that with a thumbs up. You can make a comment if you want. That's fine. That feeds the algorithm. Great. But I'm going to go by thumbs ups. So we'll have all 5 of these sections. And then whatever's best, whatever's thumbs up the most, I'll prioritize making that video first. But tomorrow, I will try and just record the entire stream and put thumbnails when I go from node to node, and you can kind of go through it and see the theory that goes along with that. But if I'm being honest, all the good thoughts, all the good strategies that come to me when I'm doing the trials is when I'm playing alone in bed, and I'm just like, oh man, I could have done that better. Because on Twitch there is a social aspect to it where I'm talking to people and going from there. So yeah, that's going to be it for the trials, the Nova trials. I'm super pumped for this. I'm very excited. We're getting Nova this quick is really fun. So let me know what section you want me to prioritize using those thumbs ups, and let me know how you're feeling about that Gear Tier 18 and the Incursion compensation, if you want to call it that, in the comment sections below. Bye for now. That's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Stay happy, healthy, have fun, and I'll see you in the next one.